coastal guy says, well, I'll bring the lobster. And we went off on surf and turf for a while.
You know,
It's our meeting derailed.
Food, just saying. I am not proud to admit it.
Hey, I can be bribed with food. I run a small group for middle schoolers every Wednesday, and they're like, man, your kids are always so engaged. And as you see this bag here, it's full of candy and snacks.
That's funny.
I am not above bribery.
That's right.
My wife was a college professor. She says brown nosing works.
Where does she work?
She was a genetics professor at Doane. So
Oh, God.
Here in Nebraska. Now
So
she's
basically smarter than all of us.
Oh
Right?
yeah, she's wicked smart. Now she's a pharmacist, a clinical pharmacist for the VA.
Jeez.
Nice.
If you're in the Midwest, she helps.
Okay, explain to me
veterans.
again. Why is she with you?
You know, I kept her drunk long enough that she said yes. And then by the time she sobered up, it was too late and she's kind of lazy.
My wife always says that, you know, I snookered her enough that she didn't realize.
Yeah. You know, it's all about, you know, just that's how you marry up. Every man marries up, every woman marries down.
I'd say that's about right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
about right. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you, everybody, for joining it. This meeting is being recorded. I skipped to my first slide. I always got that one, so I don't forget. This time I didn't forget. I actually started recording before I started my share here. I told the guys that there was no need for a PowerPoint, and then I remember around like half hour before this that I do have to put some slides for some housekeeping items to get this started. So we'll go through this real quick, and then we'll give the floor to our guests for today. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Juan Mac. I'm your facilitator for the Central Mafia user group, also known as the ConnectWise North Central Region user group. Sean, I have no idea what's happening to Sean. He's not showing up. So I put a question mark right there on his picture. So that the little silhouette that you see under that is
Can I
Sean.
take a picture and send that to him?
I know where he's at. He did tell me where he was going to be today, but at the same time, he said we're allowed to pick on him. So
Okay.
let's go.
Can
ahead
I be
and
his
get
official
that
sub?
started. Yes. Yeah. So I'm here with my co-host Adam.
That's so
I'll
funny.
take it. I'll take it. I can pretend to be Sean.
And then
loud, yeah.
yeah, did you get it, Heather?
I did. I got it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. So as you know, we have a partner advisory council. We just get together and talk about the things that are good for the community and things that we want to promote, do, and we want to grow this community. So thank you so much for our advisory council for helping me to be able to do this, for your ideas, and also our sponsors Juan Fernandez and Sean Lara, those other guys that give us a little bit of connections there to be able to do a lot of these things. Don't forget about our channels. We have the Slack channel for a lot of our question interactions, staying up to date with what's going on for upcoming sessions, meetups, all of that. All of our sessions are recorded, so they go into our YouTube channel. And we just started our LinkedIn page. Thank you, Heather, for that idea. And people started to ask me if I was working for ConnectWise, because all those posts were going through my profile. So now it's nice to go in there and post those and share them and keep the community engaged and informed. So it just got started, so make sure that you follow that page. One big announcement is IT Nation Connect is coming up, and there is a community meetup, and we'd like to invite you to that. That will be on Thursday at the Sand Lake Room over at IT Nation Connect. So make sure that you stop by and look for us with a Central Mafia sticker. So I'm gonna bring the stickers to brand all those Central Mafia members, so we can see each other there.
There's
so
a registration.
You got your ticket?
Yeah, there's a registration for that.
There
So
is
make
a
sure you go
registration
to
page Let me
Yeah.
put that on the channel, on the chat real quick, because I do have it right here. Because like I said, I got this slide deck 30 minutes before this, and I still have that page open where I stole that image.
I don't think
So
they'll kick you out and say, no, you didn't register. It says I don't even need to bring my ticket, but I think they're trying to evaluate for food and stuff
Yep.
like that, how many people are going to be over there.
yeah, and so to be clear, it's the community, so it's not only going to be the Central Mafia, but you're going to be able to interact with people from ASCII, CompTIA, MSP Geek. I mean, all the different communities. They're part of it. They'll be there, so it'll be a good time to meet other individuals, and we'll love to see you there. So, all right, that's enough from me. So let's make sure that if you have any questions or anything, you can use the chat, use the mic, open the mic or unmute yourself, and then just ask our group today if you have any questions. We want to make this open conversation. Today, we have the 3 finalists from the PitchIT event from ConnectWise. So the PitchIT competition. So we're very excited. And Adam, it's here too, and he was actually one of the finalists from last year. So he'll be able to interact and give us some of his experience and feedback through that process. So we have Matt here from Nodeware. Hey, Matt, there he is. Brian from vCIOTollbox, and John. And where did Brett go? Did we miss our other?
Brian's in here somewhere.
There
I
you
think,
go.
but-
Yeah, I was just on.
You were there earlier. I was like, did he leave? There you go. Brian and John, there you go. There's
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
from Thread. So thank you guys for being here. I was really excited about this. This is one of the coolest competitions I think that ConnectWise does to bring great vendors and products into the marketplace. It was my first experience last year, and just talking to Sean, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then he explained it to me, and I started following that on LinkedIn, also at the event, and we were able to get a lot of information, a lot of in-depth knowledge from the vendors that were presenting, and it's really, really cool to see the products, to see how they fit your needs, and to see everything that they learn from ConnectWise and all their interactions, and all the things that they do together in order to bring quality products that they actually, you be able to use to meet whatever, those specific needs that you might have. So we're super excited to have you guys here. So I guess we can just start with introductions from you guys to tell us a little bit about about your company, what you're doing, what you're trying to to provide or solve for us. So I guess we'll start with, you're the first one in there, Matt, on my screen. So I'll start with you.
Sounds good. Hey, everyone, my name is Matthew Koenig. I'm the VP of Channel Sales at Nodeware. And yeah, PitchIT has been absolutely fantastic for us. We've met a lot of people, created a lot of great partnerships, like with Brian from vCIOTollbox. Hey, Brian, one of our
What's going on, Matt?
one of our newest and most awesome integration partners. And the experience has been amazing. And as I've always said, and then I'll get into who we are, one of the best things is not even the exposure, it's not even the new customers or the learning, which was amazing. It's the cohesiveness that it created in our company, because people that didn't deal with sales and marketing are already jumping in going, how can I help? How can I do that? Because they see that we're trying to move to a specific goal, and we're trying to maybe win a contest, and all of a sudden they see everything going on in the activity, and they can't help but get excited about it. So honestly, it's had a profound impact on our organization, no matter what happens, of bringing us together, everybody getting involved, everybody getting excited. And I just don't see that going away, because people are now learning things that they didn't learn before. And so now they want to continue to be involved. So that being said, Nodeware is a continuous vulnerability scanning tool. Does internal and external. It rolls out in under 30 minutes with almost any size customer. It is going 7x24 in the background. It's got no network degradation whatsoever. It goes out with sensors for the infrastructure, agents for the remote devices. Your information is never more than 24 hours old, so it's awesome. You work off a multi-tenant dashboard, not off a stack of reports. You don't have to plan it on nights and weekends. You don't have to use all kinds of multiple resources. And not only that, we rank the vulnerabilities critical, high, medium, and low, and give you the solution with a link. So if the manufacturers created a solution, we're going to give you the link right next to the vulnerability, saving you hours and hours of research so you can go find that problem, find the solution, patch it, and keep moving. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I won't get into, but I promise you, we're growing even quicker than I thought we would. The amount of people that have come forward and said, hey, I heard about you from so-and-so, and I heard about, we've added about 350 new MSPs this year. So
Wow.
It's been outrageously amazing. And for those of you out there that are customers, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those that are not, we'd love to talk to you and see about making you a customer.
Perfect. Thank you, Matt. Let's see, next on my screen is Brian. So Brian, you're next.
Thanks, Juan. Hi, everybody. My name's Brian Doyle. I'm one of the co-founders over here at vCIOTollbox. Kind of a little backstory on who we are. We're a unified platform for vCIOs and vCISOs. So what we're really trying to do is help our MSP and MSSP partners up-level their perception within their clients, moving from just being an operational partner into more of a leadership partner, and helping you really unify the roadmap that may come out of various security and standard QBR assessments that you're doing with your customers. We really try to tackle beyond just the QBR process and look at how we're engaging with our customers at all aspects of the relationship. Touch point meetings, our quarterly business reviews, our annual business reviews, of course. We've got a number of clients that are starting to build vCISO as a service and creating new revenue streams as well by marrying in compliance and risk into those conversations. And then obviously we want to help our customers build budgets. And the North Star that we create is really our strategic plan. Our strategic plan is where we work with our customers to really build a strategy together that brings in their key initiatives and their obstacles that they're facing. We marry it up with the IT goals that they need to consider. And this drives all the activity that generates roadmaps. We're able to tie those roadmap items back to the strategic plan so the customer can see there's a check and balance system and there's motion. And really those goals ultimately end up being a business case and help the customer answer why when it's time to execute on their budget. So that's really what we're trying to do. As Matt mentioned, one of the benefits we saw coming from PitchIT was the relationships we were able to build with other emerging partners in the market space as well, and really be able to kind of bring some of their tools in to fill the gaps where our tool stops. So in Matt's case, he's really helping us automate the process of bringing in evidence. And that's a relationship that would have probably taken a little bit longer to find its way to us if it wasn't for PitchIT. Some other great things just to kind of echo, on what Matt had shared too, that came out of PitchIT for us was internally, you can get a little blocked when you're, as early stage co-founder in a company. You're talking a lot to yourself and your partner. There's a lot of strategy that comes there, and we got a lot of great feedback both from, the ConnectWise team and our other peers to really help us kind of shape our message and kind of restructure how we're hitting the market. So it's been a great opportunity for us, and we thank you for it. And I'll throw one last little plug in. If you guys have heard my voice before, it's probably from MSP Business School, the podcast. There, we'd love to just share ways that you can build your business, and really the business side of the MSP world is what we tackle in that show. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And now who's next? Is it Ryan or John? We're gonna flip a coin.
No, I'll take it from here. My name is John Snyder. I'm an account executive here at Thread. Long time in the channel, previously at LineGuard, PAX 8. So love MSPs. Thread as a company, we're through and through born from a ConnectWise MSP. So our relationship with ConnectWise is highly valued to us. We're in the event program. ConnectWise does regular code reviews of us. So we see it as our deepest, strongest integration. So we value each and every single ConnectWise MSP that we work with because we were one of them. We consider ourselves a service collaboration platform. More and more companies each and every day are adopting business collaboration software like Teams and Slack. It's really adopted like wildfire. The majority of businesses today are using either one of the two. MSPs are operating like a branch of the internal business, but you're not able to meet your customers in that context of Teams or Slack because it breaks process to such an extreme degree, which almost feels silly when you're supporting that software for your clients. So that leaves MSPs with kind of the age-old ways of providing communication, which we think are a little bit less than magical, which is phone and email. Phone is a very connected but inefficient way of providing support, right? It's the most expensive way for you guys to support your clients is having phone conversations, but your customers feel really connected. They can hear you breathing, they can hear your keyboard clicking in the background. And that's why they flock to that, because they know that they're getting support in that given moment. On the other hand, email is almost the exact opposite. It's very process focused, but it's not a great customer experience. And that's what we really want to see happen more in the MSP world, is have there be more magical customer experiences. We focus on service experience as a whole. So we think the most impactful change happens around customer experience whenever we improve both ends of that transaction, whenever we improve how your customers receive and experience the support from their service provider, as well as how the service desk is able to deliver that support. So we want to give your customers a great place to be able to engage you all while empowering your service desk to be able to do their best work. So we highly leverage automation, AI, efficiency tools, etc. Because at our core, we're fully integrated chat support. We tie in to your customers' Teams and Slack environments and give them a way to communicate with you all that's within process, making them go through your current dispatch process. They can't just mention any of you and get someone on the phone, right? Like they have to go within what your current processes are, but it's a much more efficient process. It's Chat GPT, not Phone GPT, for a reason. So we leverage AI as much as we can, and AI works really well with chat support. So we can automate the way that your team is prioritizing tickets, categorizing them. We can set type, subtype, and item as the tickets come in, and it's a much more efficient way to work. We see that customers love it. It's an incredibly sticky experience being able to meet them in their business collaboration software. We actually ran some numbers this morning and we're able to find out that 71% of users that engage through our chat messenger are unlikely to ever use another medium of communication, just to stick to that chat. So that's been really powerful to see that level of adoption. And so it's also, we see that our clients are spending 21% less time servicing those customers as well. So it's been really cool to see the product growing, and we're just keeping moving forward. PitchIT has been a great place for us to be able to refine how we position ourselves and how we preach service collaboration to MSPs. So it's been really great, and appreciate you guys having us here today.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I do have something I want to ask is something that usually resonates at least with me, and it's like that backstory. Like, what was that trigger that says like this is the solution that we need to move forward to, and what do you need to offer it? And Adam is here, and I remember speaking over it last year at PitchIT when you were actually talking about having that business conversation and helping MSPs having that business conversation. Like that was a trigger in order to provide that solution. So for you guys, what was that? What's the story? What was the trigger when you're talking about your specific products that triggered you guys to provide this to the community? You're muted, Matt.
Like usual, the way Andrew likes me. We were born out of an MSSP. So we were doing a lot of stuff out there with different people, and we thought vulnerability scanning was important. But just kind of like we say on stage, and I'm not going to do a sales pitch, but it's clunky, it's old. And one of the things we also discovered is that information we were getting was, 90 days old. Well, we didn't know what happened during that 90 days. So, they started creating Nodeware internally and then started, talking to other people, and they added features they liked and they added other features. And it just kept growing to the point where, people started to say, hey, I'd like to try that. That makes a lot of sense to me. Can I try that? And it continued to grow and continued to grow. And then we realized what a great channel tool it would be. So we, for lack of a better term, created a division over here that doesn't deal with any kind of direct customers whatsoever, that I kind of now run with Andrew. And it's channel only. And now we're taking input for the MSPs. Okay, we've got a 5-year-old base product. Tell me what we need to add. So it's a great ride. We're having a good time. But yeah, it really started out of a need, like a lot of products. Internally, we didn't like what we had. And so we built our own.
That's awesome. Love that story. Yeah, it seems like I hear that quite a bit. It's like, yeah, we had this specific challenge, and we just started with it, and hey, we built something that was awesome. Kind of like the story of ConnectWise, right? When with their PSA, they just needed to solve a problem, and it just expanded from that. So congratulations, that's great.
Yeah, I would say similar to what you heard from Matt and John too. I was an MSP for about 16 years. And one of the problems we ran into was when we started getting a little bit more mature and started facing some churn. And one of the things that really became obvious when we faced that churn was those that we were losing, we never got past the operational layer with us. They just looked at us as the hands and feet to support them and never really looked at us as leaders. When we looked at our best accounts, we saw that we really understood their business. We were embedded with their team. We had a good understanding of where they were trying to go. So we had built this process, albeit with PowerPoints and spreadsheets, when we were an MSP. And then when we had our successful exit and my opportunity to think about the next stage came in, this looked like the problem we wanted to solve. We also ran a data center as part of our MSP operations. So I was on the other side of audits as well. And one of the things that I didn't like is we would build recommendations for ourselves internally, and they would come in 2 different reports with 2 different timelines and 2 different prices. So we always set out with building vCIOTollbox to ultimately be a unified advisory platform where everything that you do from an assessment level comes back to a single roadmap. So you're staying consistent at all times. So those are the problems we were trying to solve that led to the formation of our product.
Yeah, and Brian, we have a little bit of a similar story as well, just because of churn, right? Like we were born out of churn prevention. They took a look, and the churn that they were experiencing at the MSP, they think ultimately it could have all been prevented if they were a little bit more responsive at some point in the process, right? Prevent that either silent suffering, giving them easier ways to communicate with them, as well as just skyrocketing the response time that their emails had, taking it from 4 hours to nearly 2 minutes, giving just simple first touches from dispatch.
Yeah.
And what was that discovery process? When, like Matt, when you were talking about you guys developed this in-house, and it's like, at what point do you guys say it's time to take this to market?
Well, when too many people are wondering what we're doing and why we're able to do what we do so quickly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you got 2 choices. You can keep it a secret, it can be your secret sauce, or you can go, we're doing it, other people like it. Why don't we try to multiply the crap out of it? Because we can sell a service using it, or we could sell the software and have other people using it. I don't know about you, but when you put pen to paper and look at those 2 business models, I'm thinking one expands much quicker for us than the other one does.
Oh, so yeah, that's kind of and the opportunity to improve, right? Because you have all this feedback from all this.
God, yes. I mean, when they brought me on in January, it was a blast because, for those of you that might know me, I've been around the channel for a little while and know a few people. And it was a blast because they were in the channel, but weren't as well known as they liked. And so getting it out there and getting in front of people and watching this grow from that. And as you said, the feedback, oh, I love this. Can it do this? Can it do this? Ooh, what about this? It's amazing because, as you know, people won't do that if they don't care. So if you're getting a ton of feedback, it's usually not, I don't like the product. or I don't want to use the product. It's, oh my God, I love this. Can you add one more thing that would make it perfect? And that's really some of the stuff that's been most beneficial, as we continue to grow.
And from our space, there was a little bit of luck involved in getting vCIOTollbox up and running as quickly as we did as well. My partner and co-founder, Ken Fernley, who's our CTO, had a nice low-code metaschema engine he had already built out, and he was trying to take another product to market more in the enterprise space. So he knew it. We had just exited from the MSP and, called me up to take a look at that system and see if I could help him get that to market. And when I looked at the underlying code, I said, how quickly could we build this? So we were able to get a 3-month prototype up and start solving that problem. And, obviously that shortened my roadmap to finding developers and everything else that we wanted to do. So that really helped us get to market very quickly. And then in parallel to that, I brought a number of people that I worked with in the peer group in to see, am I really solving a problem that needs to be fixed, right? There's always one man's opinion on anything. And really it came to find out very quick, it satisfied the 3 reasons that most people buy anything in life, right? Either it's going to make them money, it's going to save them money, or it's going to drive down risk. And in the case of our platform, the feedback we got is, hey, it helps us make money. It helps us save money because it's a repeatable process. And it certainly helps us understand and uncover and reduce risk. So that's how, our people around us really helped us get to market. And it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's if you ever meet our CEO and founder, Mark Alive, that guy is a entrepreneur at a visceral level that happened to be a chief data officer at an MSP, which led to the creation of ChatGenie and then ultimately Thread. So in the MSP space, one of my favorite things about it is it's so collaborative, right? Like the community works with one another so much. Like this peer group we're in right now is just an example of that. Because the problems are very similar, right? Like a lot of people are experiencing the same problems. The ability to collaborate and work on those problems together just makes it really easy to share solutions that you make yourself.
And Heather's asking there if anybody is using these products, and I gotta put a poll out there to see, if, oh, there he goes. And see if we can,
Okay, I don't like the not yet. 20% is good, but I'd like it to be higher. Let's see, commentary, 85%, that's opportunity. It's good.
And while you guys do that, I'm actually going here through all my stack of business cards because, John, I remember, that's probably a story for a different time, but I remember actually having conversation with the ChatGenie guys years ago at a Connect event. And I came back and I was like, guys, this is odd. It's like you can use chat and Teams and all that to go through tickets. And I think I have one of their business cards somewhere in here. And that's I always remember because it was an after hours conversation. So that's what I said. Story for another day.
That's
Those are
awesome.
the
Late
best.
at night, and it was amazing. When all that started. So I love that story.
Yeah, if you're at IT Nation this year, we can run it back one. Have another after hours.
Juan, are you going to Connect this year?
I am.
Yeah, you're at Connect this year, right?
Yeah, we're going.
Awesome. We're happy to do offer if anyone wants to do a demo of Thread, we're happy to offer our IT Nation Connect promo early to anyone on this call today, which is a discount on our onboarding, as well as we want to ultimately explore doing a group rate with you guys. If you guys have like more than a handful joining us, we'd love to work out a group rate for you guys.
Yeah, and if we're going to talk a little bit about advanced promos, same thing on our vCISO side, seeing that a lot of MSPs are looking at really assessing themselves as well. We're offering anybody at IT Connect an NFR license to use our assessment side of the platform for their own business. And then we are also offering a 10% discount for your first year. So those are our promos that you can get pre-show as well.
And we are working on something that will be outrageous and stupendous. We've got 3 things going on and we just haven't decided which one yet. So what I will tell you is it will be better than anything anybody's been able to get all year. So I believe that decision will be made in the next couple of days. So if you want to reach out and say, I want to know, I will let you know as soon as that is official. But I can tell you, if you're interested in Nodeware, you absolutely want to take advantage of the special.
As soon as you find out, you'll let me know. I'll definitely share with
I
with the
will.
group here.
I will. Andrew and I are trying to approve final things right now. We're just going back and forth a little bit to make sure that, you know, we give something outrageous and yet don't put the company out of business at the same time.
So I'm the one person that answered the survey that said I am a Nodeware partner. So
Thank you.
if anybody has any questions.
Thank you. We love you.
We're very new at it. So I think it's only been 30 days or so.
Hey, that's okay.
But,
It's better than 0 days.
But yeah, absolutely. I would be happy to talk to anybody.
Are you at least
I don't
enjoying
know
it, I
that
hope?
much about the other 2. So now I have to do demos before Connect.
Are you at least enjoying it?
I
said, are you at least enjoying it?
I personally don't think I'm impacted. I guess we're enjoying it.
Sean needs to answer that question.
Yeah, you're right, Shonda. But I do have a bunch of I can also be bought with stuff, with t-shirts. And Nodeware sent me a box of t-shirts for my staff to wear. And so we're going to post something on LinkedIn. So if we sign up for the other 2 solutions, if you send me the tchotchke stuff, we will post on LinkedIn that we are a supporter of your solution.
Be careful what you ask for.
Nope, I have no
You get
problem.
tons of
And
swag.
better with the food. So whoever wanted to do the steak thing, I am 100% on board with that. And I won't share. But yeah, it's super interesting. I cannot wait to see more about what the other 2 companies are offering. And obviously, I'm already super impressed with Nodeware.
Yeah, and before, I don't want to run out of time. I was looking for when is the final at Connect? I know it's on the pre-day. It's on Wednesday, correct?
Is it on the pre-day? John or Brian, you're
It's
muted.
not the pre-day, but
I
it's
So
can't
we are
speak
totally
officially, but
making
last
up
year it
what
was-
you are saying.
I can't speak
think-
officially, but last year it was the Tuesday afternoon before.
this
Yeah.
year it's Wednesday the 10th.
It is Wednesday the 10th?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Or,
it's
sorry,
right before
Wednesday the
right
8th.
before it starts.
Wednesday the
And
8th.
is it around like 3:30, I believe, something like
Yeah,
that?
I think it's at 3.
Yeah,
Is it 3?
3:30. Yeah, I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Well, you shouldn't have told me that. I would have just ended up being late, Brian.
Like I said, enemies in war for about an hour. The rest of the time, we're all good friends.
And that's a fine. Now the question I used
The hell is that?
I love it. I love
What
it.
was that?
All the cool kids can do it.
Wow.
Matt, I knew we were partners for a reason.
I
That's
was like, I didn't even know I could
hilarious.
do that.
Team Nowhere for the win. I'm just preparing, for Wednesday.
So interesting. So you guys
Wow.
actually do it the Wednesday at 3:00 before
third-
Connect kicks off. Don't you miss a certain amount of the audio? I guess it's probably not the right time for me to question that.
But
Well, I mean, I
now,
know
do
we
you
have a
have something
breakout too.
earlier
Well,
that day as well?
we have a solutions presentation in the hall. I know that. So it's
Okay.
got to not be during that, or well, anyway, we'll see how they scheduled it. But
I don't remember that last year being like that.
And do you have an earlier presentation too, when you have a little bit more interaction with the audience? I think last year there were 2 sessions. I think there was one early in the morning, maybe mid morning, and then one the final in the afternoon.
Last year it was Vonahai, us, and Alert Ops did a half day pre-day together as a workshop to showcase our products, kind of like a 3-in-1 kind of workshop for everybody. And then we all met and tried to punch each other out for about an hour and then drank ourselves silly afterwards.
Yeah,
I was
actually,
there.
we're doing the same this year.
The same?
We do have a breakout session that the three of us are doing to have a good time. And then, of course, we're going to beat the snot out of each other, and whoever wins is buying.
Do you guys know who's going to be on the panel, the judging panel?
We wish. Would you tell us, please?
Oh,
I'm trying. I'm leveraging
It's been a
everything
big secret.
really?
We'll find out, Heather. Let us know.
Some big secret right now.
We've been told one more week for a couple weeks now, right, guys?
Okay. So they're still looking, is what you're saying.
My push is I want it to be MSP vote only. I want there to be the popular vote only. You come in, you attend, you get a vote. That's what Adam Walter is pushing for.
I think we should all be able to vote on our phone.
People's Choice Awards.
What it is.
Yeah, People's Choice. Yeah, I'll be down with that. Yes.
People's choice, right? Based on the presentation and all of that. So I'm going to be there for Evolve for a couple of days before Connect. So are we going to have an opportunity from the Evolve group to be able to see what you all are offering?
Oh, wait a second.
Or is this
wait a
fixed?
second.
What is this?
Wait a second. Nor, my marketing manager just sent me something. The judges have been announced.
Okay.
They will be
Breaking
MJ
news, all
Shore,
right.
Okay.
Lisa Mitchell, and Jerry I always say his name wrong. Kautivas from Aspen.
Okay. From Yaski. Okay.
Nice.
So I'm okay.
I'll
Well,
get
you
to
know
Brad
what?
reading that.
I can bribe MJ and Jerry, I know, but I don't know Lisa.
I don't know, Lisa. I can't help you there.
Just
But
tell
I
Jerry.
can
Tell Jerry I'll let him win at poker next time.
She is the CEO at Progressive Computers,
I don't know.
and she's in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Ugh.
Oh, wow. What's wrong with Chapel Hill?
I go to Florida, or I went to Florida State. Don't like them.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. Little bitter there. That's okay.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
edit this out of the recording there for you, Matt.
Now that Matt's alienated the Carolinas, we're already in better shape, John.
I eliminated one judge. Now I need at least two.
Yeah. Oh, funny. All right. So did I actually get my answer? If I can bring my Evolve group to come to your guys' presentations beforehand?
Absolutely. Do we know what day and time it is, though, guys?
I don't think we've gotten that yet, quite candidly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking
I'm
at the
assuming
agenda.
you
I
guys
did
have
not
to be
see
there
that yet.
early, right?
What's that?
I'm assuming you guys have to be there before Wednesday?
I don't know. I'm coming in on the 7th.
Yeah, same here.
So Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that's when I'm coming in. So I don't know when they're going to do it,
Okay.
but I hope it's not before the 7th. Otherwise,
I'll be there on the
you know
5th.
how they say you're phoning it in? I'll literally be phoning it in.
Okay. So yeah, with the Evolve groups, there's half of us that have meetings on Monday and half of Tuesday, and then the other half is Tuesday afternoon to Wednesday.
Okay, so I have a question, because this keeps going back and forth with us. I know typically we don't present a product presentation because that's just boring and silly and nobody wants to hear that. However, in this particular case, should we be giving a product presentation? In your opinion, that is.
My opinion?
Yes, your opinion.
I'm
You'd be
very
part of the
shy. You
audience.
have to be direct.
What's that?
I think you have to give some type of product so people understand what you're offering, so they know whether or not they're interested in stopping by and finding out more information. If you're just giving too much of a high level, then what's enticing me to figure out if you're good for my company?
Okay, fair enough, because I think we only get it an hour. Is that what it is? Because it's not a half day.
Yeah, we
Okay.
each get about 20 minutes, I think, but I
So
think
that should be plenty of time for you to pick maybe 3 key elements and from the MSP world. What are you bringing to the MSP world that's either going to make my life better or it's going to make me money? Tell me, pick those 3 things. And this is just my opinion, you guys.
We want your opinion.
On, what is it for me? And enough of it that is going to trigger me to say, you know what? That's what happened with Vonahai last year. They triggered me enough that I went by their booth twice during Connect, and now I'm a partner.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
Gentlemen, I think we got our answer.
That, I probably, it just would have been thanks for the glass of wine.
What about anybody else on the call? We have quite a few partners in here. I think they might be able to provide some good feedback on, based on what you guys just.
Typically, I know if any one of us got up by ourselves, we would talk we talk about innovation, we talk about how to sell, but based on what it is, and there are 3 of us, we've been going back and forth as to whether it should be, basically a 20-minute, not Nodeware does this, Nodeware.
Yeah.
Nodeware fixes these problems and why it's important to the MSPs.
Right.
And the same thing with vCIOTollbox, same thing with Thread, meaning kind of like, why did we do this?
Right.
Why not here, if you look at this screenshot.
Right. And, and partly maybe disclose a little bit of your roadmap, like this is where we are today, and this is what we're fixing, but we're already looking to the future. And this is what's on our roadmap. So you get in now, you may or may not have a voice as to where that roadmap goes.
Yep. Okay. I like it. Thank you.
And then if there's marketing, I don't know enough about any of the, hey, we have a specialized marketing team. We can help, your marketing with whether it's postings on social media or lunch and learns. We're in this together. You're just not buying our product. And I think that's in my mind, and again, I'm taking over. In my mind, I look for vendors that truly want to partner with me as an MSP and not just want to sell me their solution and then move on to the next one.
Yep. Agree wholeheartedly.
That's the fun part of young companies like us, right?
Adam's my coach, so
exactly.
I don't want his opinion going out to anybody else.
Yeah, but John, right? That's why I like Vonahai. They were new. They were hungry. They were willing to partner. Now I know they're not a ConnectWise affiliate anymore or anything. But that was, that was partly that. They heard what my pain points were, and we were able to sit down and address them and things like that. And I felt like they really wanted my opinion and wanted to work with me and see me be successful. And then they bought me a drink or 2. Again, I can be bought.
Yeah, didn't he buy me a drink? I'm going to have to go back for that one.
Don't tell him I told you. Cut this part out.
No, yeah, I'll edit this part too. Yes. I think I saw add steak and drinks.
I'm all about the food, guys.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if I have a grill in my booth and I'm making fillets with nice bottles of red wine, I'm good to go.
I'm telling you, Matt, I'll bring the Omaha steaks. You get the grill, and we're gonna dominate the conference. I'll have my unicorn right next to you.
Deal.
It will work. Yeah, I think one of the booths last year was they had bacon. They were making bacon.
Oh my God! Yes, they were.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I stopped by.
They had leftovers.
Who doesn't love
bacon? They
bacon?
kept going around going, "You want some?" I'm like, duh.
So now we can say somebody else over there has steaks. We said nowhere.
You know what? My boss just said something very important. He said maybe an air fryer for safety, but why not sous vide?
There you go.
You can do that.
Do you know how to
works
work
and
it?
it's not dangerous.
Do you know how to work it?
Yeah, sous vide. It's easy.
Okay. I have one. It's still in the box.
Oh, no, it's easy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to open it to, for the partners on the call, see if anybody has any comments, questions for you guys, suggestions for you, for the day of. You guys do need to unmute yourself. Don't forget that. I don't see your faces or your lips moving. All I see is just initials. I guess that's a no.
Wow, we bored him into tears.
No questions.
We're either really good or we bored them to death. One of the two.
Oh no. I'm just gonna say, if you guys are, if people that are arriving there on, a lot of people arrive there on Tuesday.
They are.
Do not miss out on any of the pre-day events, especially this one. The excitement when they're at the finals, right before going into the event, it will get you pumped to go there. And you guys heard me say this before. Even if it's not a need right now, you always want to know that that at one point you're gonna feel that pain. You're probably having it right now. It's just probably not the right time, but knowing that there's a partner out there who's able to fulfill that need and just having that knowledge is very important. And that's going to trigger you to go out into the solution pavilion and actually have different conversations and based on the things that you hear from these guys. So you go over there and you know what kind of questions can you ask, and it gets your mind going when you're looking for those partnerships with other vendors. So yeah, you guys do not want to miss this.
Thank you so much for having us, Juan.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I was really excited about having you guys here.
And if you're going to connect this year, the PitchIT event where they do the pitches, Sean and friends put together a fantastic event last year. If you did not go, it is actually a lot of fun. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of conversations going on. They brought in the full bar and everything. So obviously you want to be there. But when you come to see Matt win and Nodeware win, just let them know, cheers him at the end, create a gauntlet. But it is a lot of fun to see the event, and it was a lot of fun to be there.
John, I think we got to get in our coaches for not joining us today.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, who are your coaches?
I was going to ask that. Yeah, talk about the coaches, because do you get a coach assigned when you're at the finals, or through the whole process you always have a coach?
Finals.
Just the finals. Yeah. So you do go through this through the whole program with the ConnectWise team until when the finals are announced, and then you get your coach, correct?
You get a ton of feedback though. I mean, I can't stress enough. Even though you don't have a coach, it's the amount of feedback or the amount of people you can call and say, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? What's this? What's it? They make themselves totally available. So it's really awesome.
I mean, the program's, for those that may enter it someday down the road, it's a really unique program in the sense that we got 3 or 4 opportunities to be on podcasts and other video casts to kind of test the pitch and kind of get ready for it. So that's where some of that feedback came from. Then we had 16 speakers come to see us each Wednesday during the prep time, really just talking about different topics, both about PitchIT and just about building business, right? And really kind of helping there. So, it was a really good mix too. Like there was very few that had the same message. There'd be people that were there to teach you social media, people that were there to teach you how to better present, people to talk to you about finance, right? So, there was a lot of different approaches that were shared with us. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah. So and who's your coach, Brian?
So my coach is Kaylin Sapien from MSP Bots.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
Oh, Adam.
Oh, that's why we're getting team.
Okay.
We got the 2 against 1 going on right now.
Okay. And John, how about you?
And ours is Cam, the head of customer experience from Alert Ops.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, interesting. That is a good group of people to have
That's
in your
okay. We're
corner.
certain Cam, paid off the judges last year. So whatever magic he did, he'll do with you this year.
He's gonna do it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's a picture of Vanahai and on our team both trying to stab him and have him kick him down on the ground out on LinkedIn.
They match winners up with winners. That's what happened. They saw a winner, they want to match him with the next winner.
I hope that there is a huge turnout for this for you guys. I think it's an amazing program and just what an opportunity to be able to be part of this elite club that is chosen to do this. So no matter who wins, I mean, like I said, Vanahai didn't win last year and I still went with their solution. So just the exposure and just the growth as you go through the process is it's just amazing to watch.
Well, I don't want that many people to show up anyway because I'm shy and I'm scared and I don't like speaking.
I'm shy too.
Yeah, that's a scary proposition there between the two of you.
Oh, Frank.
You're my trade show buddy. I gotta pick on you a little bit.
A little bit. I haven't seen you that much this year. Maybe next year.
Yeah. We'll see you in Orlando.
Yes, I will be there. I will be there. But
Awesome.
I know we're coming up close to the end. Is there anything else you guys want to share? What has been the best experience of this for each one of you? And don't say coaches because Adam's here.
Nah. Do you
don't
mean
have to, but you
personally
know
or
he's going
company
to.
wise?
Just like the whole experience. Like, did you, as you were going, Juan, can I take over your meeting?
Go for it. Hey, it's a
You already have.
partner-led event.
What do you need to ask?
It's a partner-led event. Anybody can go in there and start
terrible.
asking
I'm
questions.
sorry.
Go for it. I love this.
sorry.
It's
You know, this would
It's not my
happen if you
meeting.
let me come. What do you, I'm just curious because, we're kind of, nobody else is talking, so I will fill the void. What is one thing that you think you personally and that your company has grown in during this process? Does my question make sense?
No. Personally, I think I've learned how to talk about my company way more effectively to MSPs. I
Okay.
think I've become more concise, and I think the words that I use hit harder and more specifically without having to give a 5-minute, 10-minute presentation to get my points across. That's personally. And I think it goes back to what I said earlier about from a professional or company standpoint, it is just gelled the whole company with excitement and focus, and everybody is, just working towards, the finals and everything. But what's cool about it is, again, people that weren't involved, not just PitchIT, that weren't involved in sales and marketing have now jumped in. How can I do this? How can I help with this? And they're excited. I don't see that going away. I see it like, like a baby that gets to try chocolate for the first time. That ain't stopping anytime soon. So I think it's been great to have all these people actually interested in wanting to give, help and advice and talking to their neighbor. Hey, I have a neighbor that owns a, MSP. Let's go.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think
Brian?
with PitchIT, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
Nope,
Oh,
John.
no, go ahead, John. You can mix it up.
Yeah. So I think what's interesting is that when you're going through PitchIT, you're like day in, day out, like my roles, I'm typically positioning Thread like to an MSP, right? And ConnectWise
Right.
asks in PitchIT to you're positioning yourself more as a company that they're interested in, right? And so having a more like top down, like business value conversation around the messaging of what Thread is, I think has really improved the way that I'm able to message what Thread does to an MSP, because we really have to boil it down to the value points of what we're doing. And that's been really powerful for me and how I speak about Thread.
Okay.
And for my seat, I'm going to sound very similar to what Matt and John just said, but it was really the refining of the pitch, not the pitch, but refining kind of the messaging. We got feedback about things that we actually did that we weren't emphasizing. as
Okay.
one of the key pieces. So, it helped, get some feedback from a non-customer, or a non-prospect that only will share so much with you to really understand where some value props might have lived as well, so you could integrate them in. And that 5-minute time limit was huge too. Everybody needs to get to that concise, 30-second pitch, minute and a half pitch, 5-minute pitch, right? And this really helps you, as Matt said, hit the bullet points. From a company level on our side, it's building out the ecosystem. It was an opportunity for us to meet in a very friendly confines, 26 other vendors that were at various stages of early growth that you could partner with, you can bounce ideas off of, that you can expand and co-market and put thought leadership out there with. So, it's all about building out that ecosystem, and this really just helps you kind of speed date through it, maybe, for lack of a better term.
I like the analogy. I like that a lot. So interesting that you guys all kind of grew in the same areas. I mean, different degrees probably, but you all kind of grew in that same area where you were able to get down to the root of the benefit of what you guys are doing, rather than, I'm assuming you all three are technical.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I'd go with this half and half there too.
Okay. Okay. Because sometimes that's where it gets lost in the translation. At least for some of the other companies.
I am sales and marketing 85%, and I understand enough that I don't want to talk to anybody out about it because they might ask me questions.
So I'm not technical, but I think is one of my things on my thing. That usually means stop talking to me like I'm an idiot. But yeah, I find it super interesting that all three of you, although they were different paths of growth, they all kind of came together at the end and put you guys kind of on equal playing fields.
Yeah. And it's been fun.
Okay.
I mean, it really has. It's been fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it's, absolutely. We, want to hear more about it. So
as Adam shows you up there as one of our coaches, there's a long tail to it too.
Yeah.
You're just because you're PitchIT past doesn't mean you're not part of PitchIT future.
Right. Exactly. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Thank you, Heather. Next time I'll put your picture in instead of Sean's.
Yeah,
He
may not.
texts me and he goes, I hate that I have a question mark over my face. And I'm like, well, you should have been here.
Brian, I don't know if Callan told you, but he was one of the founders of the PitchIT program.
Yeah, he did share that with me as we've been getting together, and gave his backstory on that as well. And it, that's the beauty of it, right? I mean, the way Sean's now starting to carry the torch on this, and we won't compliment him often, right? But is he's trying to make sure that those that went through it are kind of helping us, right? Our coaches are people that got to the finals and are helping us refine our last gasp at changing out the pitch. So good stuff.
Right.
And there's a good camaraderie to it, because like you get into the program and like some of us may compete, but it's friendly. Like you're like, you want to support each other. It's like, hey, the pot's big. Everybody gets along here, and it's just that we're trying to make the world a better place. And you see people just helping each other out, even if their products overlap. And that's what we discovered last year. And I think that continues to go. Like, you made it through the PitchIT program, and there's this camaraderie there. I made it through it.
Right.
So.
Well, I think that's why I love the channel and the MSP world and the whole thing, because whether you're on the vendor side or on the MSP side, it's the same philosophy. They're competitors on the MSP side, but I'll tell you what, any one of them run into trouble, and there's going to be 10 or 15 of them raising their hand to jump in to help them. It doesn't matter that we're competitors.
Well, to your point, I always say all the time, right? Big industry, really small community. Right. If you're not willing to help each other out as a vendor, if you're not willing to walk some over to your competitor, if that's a better solution for them, if you're not willing to help an MSP outside of just what your solution does, you don't belong in the channel, because it's going to be very obvious really quickly that you're not about this giant family community.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's very important. Yes. I agree 100%.
My next meeting just started, and they're pinging me saying, hey, you're late. I don't want to be like Sean. But it
All
was
right.
a pleasure getting to talk to you three. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us a little tidbit and a little insight to what you guys are going to be doing at Connect. I personally appreciate it.
Thank you.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
it
guys,
as well.
for
Okay,
joining, and
bye guys.
best of luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll see you in Orlando.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye
you
now.
guys. Bye-bye.